going against what our opponents said, gun control laws will not prevent criminals from obtaining guns or breaking laws. Of 62 mass shootings in the United States between 1982 and 2012, 49 of the shooters used legally obtained guns. Collectively, 143 guns were possessed by the killers, with about 75% obtained illegally. John R. Lott says, gun rights advocates stated, the problem with such gun control laws is that they take away guns from law-abiding citizens while criminals would ignore them. And again, to further that, according to the Bureaucracy of Justice Statistics, in May 2013 report, 37.4% of state prison inmates who used, carried, or possessed a firearm when they committed a crime for which they were serving a prison sentence for stated they obtained a gun from a family or friend. With that being said, if we impose a ban on assault weapons, there's really no way we can get them off the street. If we did grandfather the weapons, that would just lead to a black market, and all these weapons would just have higher value on the black market, and people would still find a way to obtain them. And again, going against what they said, if we impose a buyback system, people pay up to $1,000 for a rifle, like $1,100, and if we have a buyback system, people would only be getting $250 for that weapon. And to most people, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, that weapon is worth so much more, and if you can sell it to someone else for more, why not? So-called assault weapons have never been used in more than a small percentage of firearm-related violent crimes. The study that Congress required of the federal assault weapons and large magazine ban of 1994 until 2004 concluded that the banned weapons and magazines were never used in more than a modest fraction of all gun murders. Even before the ban, and that the law's 10-round limit on new ammunition magazines wasn't a factor in multiple victim or multiple wound crimes. A follow-up study found that gunshot injury incidents involving pistols which use magazines were less likely to produce a death than were those involving revolvers which don't use magazines. And the average number of wounds for pistol victims was actually lower than that for revolver victims. 7 police reports and felons surveyed that have found that assault weapons are used in only 1 to 2% of violent crimes, and the vast majority of firearms that gun control supporters call assault weapons are rifles. During the most recent 5 years of data, there was 9 times as many murders with knives and blunt objects and personal weapons. So if we were to actually carry out this ban on assault weapons, people would still find ways to kill other people. If you look at the UK, they have a high rate of stabbing incidents. Who's to say that can't happen to us? Now, gun control efforts have proved ineffective according to March 10, 2016 Lancet study. Most state-level gun control laws do not reduce firearm death rates, and of 25 state laws, 9 were associated with higher gun rate deaths.
Your time's up, by the way, so.
Thank you.